make a vehicle autonomous. What is AI, right? How to make the vehicle act as a human. That is the definition of AI, right? How to make a machine mimic human behavior. Now, how do humans actually make decisions? How they become smart? Data, right? We've got our hands, our senses, all senses that gives us our data. We actually transfer them to our brain, and this is our brain that analyzes everything, makes decisions, gives back comments to our whatever body parts that we have in order to do things, right? That brain is the AI part, right? Now imagine if my brain is controlled by a single entity, how scary it can be, yeah? So in order to make my brain be secure, I believe we need a technology such as blockchain, where the control is not given to one entity. It should be distributed. It should be transparent. It should be tamper-proof. If I actually was here, I remembered what Shabir talked about, what Santi talked about. No one can actually alter my brain, at least for now, right? The day that it will be altered, that will be also scary. So for autonomous vehicles, to be autonomous, I believe their brain should be tamper-proof. It should be transparent. We should know. Now, transparent in human being sense, probably no one knows what is going on right now in my brain, right? No one also knows what happened or what I have in my brain from the past experiences, but that is for human beings. For autonomous vehicles, in order for us to trust them, we want to know actually why they made those decisions that they made, and to be able actually to have some type of control over them. But it should be us who should actually have control over, not just a single entity, not a single company. Now, all that actually sounds great, and I think there are lots of people who believe as I do, and also companies are trying to actually move toward that, though still companies are centralized entities, and not everyone actually wants to go towards decentralization and suddenly give their most valuable asset, which is data actually, and share that with other people, right? Now, still knowing that in the future they might be even forced to do that, if they want people to trust their vehicles, to use it, etc. So some companies, they started already taking some steps toward that, yeah? So General Motors actually in 2019, it filed a patent in order to use blockchain for data sharing. That was the first patent. But also it engaged lately with Spring, which is a blockchain company, in order to kind of tackle the problem of identity fraud. If we go back to the story that I was talking about, right? If autonomous vehicles, they have their own identity, their unique ID, that identity can be also attacked. So how we can use blockchain in order to minimize that identity attacks or identity fraud. That is something General Motors is working on. On the other hand, we actually see Porsche, not because Porsche is always about luxury cars, but Porsche is more focused on payments. So Porsche is now working with Shine or Qian, which is a company using blockchain in order to enable cars to not only share data with each other, but also enable cars actually to do payments for tolls, for renting or share renting, for parkings, etc. So that is another application that we see in the market. IBM has been actually a pioneer from the beginning. IBM has actually patented already, or filed patents, multiple patents, for the use of blockchain for automotives. But one of the latest patents of IBM is also related to automated payments. Now, automated payments is important for autonomous vehicles because we want them to be autonomous, right? To pay for themselves, earn money. If I'm not driving, if I'm sitting in my car, right? Then I want someone, especially if you think of green vehicles, I want the vehicle to actually stop somewhere, pay for its charge, right? Whatever the amount is, without me actually going out of the car, right? Or even if I am somewhere, I want the car to be able to charge itself, pay for itself. I am back, the battery is full. I don't want to be concerned about those things. I want my car also to pass a country and pay the tolls. I don't want to be concerned of those things as well, right? So IBM is working on those things. And in the latest article of IBM says that 60% of the car manufacturers are already thinking how to use blockchain in order to make sure that the autonomous vehicles are trustworthy. Toyota is working on another use case with MIT. And that use case, for me, is really important. Why it's important? Because Toyota is working on how to make sure that the data coming from the vehicle is shared with others. And here we talk about decentralization. Why the data should not be stored in a central database. Why cars actually should be able to understand what other cars are doing, learn from their learnings, make sure actually that all that data is available not only for Toyota, for any car manufacturer who wants to use it to make simulations, for example, to understand better the behavior of the car and improve it. And that, for me, is a really important research project that can actually bring improvements in the market. So blockchain and AVs together are more than just technology. They're a promise of a safer, more efficient, and connected world. Thank you so much.